Podcast, you can't win. I touch black and whites just by stroking my chin. Tell Marva got a plan if he just sit in. And we can be the sons and thus fit in. Talking a good game, topics never lame. Conversations just the same, right before they left the brain. Seriously funny, but if you take us seriously, you end up smiling. If not, laugh hilariously. And every Tuesdays we're on the one, so stay in tune before noon. It's the Podical Sons.
It's ridiculously funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have law degrees. I am Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. How you feeling today?
Feeling fine like a glass of wine.
That's what's up. Salute to Supreme Clientele Barbershop for these nice ass shirts.
Supreme Clientele.
Rocking the true blue today.
And I got on the risky red.
Risky red. Is
Risky
that what
red,
we do?
yeah, that's what we do.
So am I living kind of risque when I'm wearing my red?
You throw on the red when you
Oh,
risky.
well, great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, you can rock that with the blue. With the red come a little risky.
I'm out my element in my blue
Risky.
at times. But I feel like with the combination of stuff, it's like Spider-Man.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
How you been, man? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm kosher. I'm living. Everything's still ticking, kicking and breathing. Pocket's still decent. Everybody, wealth, health, and happiness is still the object. We're good to go. Mental is strong.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yes, to the folks at home, welcome you. We welcome. Sip a little nog. It's that time of the year.
'Tis the season.
If you're on the island, you got some island folk in your life, sip a little sorrow. Save me some.
Save us some.
Please. COVID-free sorrow. I welcome it.
Yeah.
Send this way.
You know what? Now that you mention it, I think I might have to hit up Delicious and get a sorrow bottle happening.
You better shake, rattle, and roll. You got like 5 days till Christmas.
Yeah, right.
Oh, and by the time this thing hit, whatever, you got next thing. You got 3 days till Christmas. So you better shake, rattle, and roll.
It might be an afterthought if I can't reach her in time, but a bottle of sorrow would be nice.
Yeah. So like, comment, subscribe, submit the Ask the Sons questions. YouTube, check us out. You can see our faces. The voices can be heard all the way from Spotify to SoundCloud to Infinity and beyond.
Hey, you name it,
even
we're there.
to iTunes Radio, we're there.
We are there.
So let's start the festivities, shall we?
The shenanigans?
Have a little dinner, shall we?
Yeah, why not?
Privacy is a privilege. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Yes, I agree. We grazed about that last time on the last episode. People take privacy and stuff for they I don't think they pay any attention. I was talking to a dude,
Right.
who's from India. He's been in Canada less than 10 years. And he said, when you have over 1 billion people in the population,
Yeah.
and you're on top of people, you appreciate the fuck out of privacy. He's like, the silence and stuff when he got here was kind of deafening at first.
Yeah.
But he said he got used to it, and he said he can't see a world without his privacy like this anymore.
Wow, that's crazy. It's funny that you mention it because my boy Sos, peace out to Sos, he was telling me when he went back to India not too long ago, first thing he complained about was the humidity and then the magnitude of people.
Everybody said India hot as shit.
Yeah, he says it's crazy. But he was saying like he would leave his spot like 11 p.m. at nighttime, go out in the streets, and the streets would be just as packed as the daytime.
That's insanity.
It's like one of those cities that
you got 500,000 people out in the daytime. You got 500,000 people out in the nighttime.
it's like, where's the privacy? What privacy?
Thank God I was born on this side of the world.
I couldn't do it, man.
I couldn't get adjusted to that.
Nah.
I couldn't get adjusted to that. Whatever. But yeah, word. I think Mumbai basically.
I don't
I heard
know
Mumbai,
exactly.
Mumbai and New Delhi.
Right.
Those places is packed. Like when you see some of the photos with the trains and everything,
Yes,
people.
yes.
That's New Delhi.
Okay.
So I was like, damn, you got people who can't even fit in the train. They ride on the
Hanging
side
off
of
the
it.
side,
Yeah.
holding on to 3 more people hanging off the
Yeah.
side.
I was like,
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
yeah, I'm not about that.
It's kinda
man.
crazy.
But yeah, privacy is a must, man. Privacy is a must, but it also is a privilege. And I think we don't put and glorify it enough because I guess most of the North American folk here,
Right?
they just assume it's automatic. Like, give me my space.
Yeah,
It's my privacy. No, the fuck it ain't.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you gotta earn this thing.
I can see that.
It's a privilege.
Yeah.
Next one that we polled was: is it mandatory to shower before sex? 63% said yes. The other 30%, I am not judging. This is a
not.
no judge
No
zone.
judgment zone.
However, if you
Wait,
are
wait. What did Hap say? A little bit of seasoning. A
a little bit of seasoning
A
gonna
little
kill
seasoning won't
nobody.
kill you.
I was like, some people like a little seasoning and
Yeah.
stuff, whatever. I don't like no seasoning on my damn body parts that if I'm gonna put my mouth on. No, thank you. And
Kinda
you
want
can-
it fresh.
Yeah, I kind of need it fresh. Like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna offer no sweaty humming balls for me rolling around in some boxer shorts all damn day to say, "Excuse me, miss, would you like to suck this penis?"
What if she wanted sweaty balls?
She's not the one for me, kind sir. She's not the one for me. The hell? Because she gonna want to present her damn
Yeah, this is
sweaty
true.
snatch too.
This is true. Might get sweat box.
Oh, couldn't even imagine. You see them with that challenge shit the women are doing? They're dabbing the panties on the can of tuna and they're throwing that the boyfriend. You ever seen that shit?
No.
Yo, they dab.
Say it ain't so.
Yo,
Say it ain't
It's a
so.
prank. It's a prank. The women are there. Take the damn thong or whatever and kind of just dab like the crotch area in the panty.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, babe, throw the panty. He catches it. Like, oh, shit. Bedtime. He's like, and I guess to do part of the seduction, he's like, I can imagine if I was legit trapped up in the cooch for hours. And then you want to say, let me hit this. Yo, I was in some situation.
Yeah.
Let's keep it 100 though. I was with a young lady. This was way back in the day. Hopefully that young lady got her shit together. Never ever would I call her out. She don't know. So this might be brand new if she gets to this. But we were doing the deed and I was hitting it from the back and all I smelled was ass. And I got upset. So I just kind of turned her over. So I didn't have to smell ass anymore.
He tried to put the ass smell into the sheets. and smother it.
I'm such a horrible person. Yo.
Horrible but smart.
Yo, I was like, yeah. I'm like, and in my head, I had in a monologue, is that her butt smell like that? I was like, yo,
Her asshole looking up at you. Yes, it's me.
I was like, I can't. I'm like, baby girl, flip over, man. And when I flipped over, I was like, fuck it, sheets can get washed. So I do have
Definition of soiled sheets.
If you think about it, though,
If you think about
pretty
it.
much.
Yeah.
But I mean, me personally, I would like to know, and my showers and stuff, they give it like a 2-hour window.
Right.
So if we go out to din and everything, I would shower before we go out to dinner.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
everything, we go have dinner and everything. I'm like, oh, we don't have to have dessert here. We can have dessert back at the spot.
Right.
So now when the clothes are coming off, I'm still good. Anything longer than 2 hours, I think you might need another little quick
Yeah,
rinse.
you need a little fresher.
A little quick rinse refresher. But I think what's gangsta about women, what I love, certain women, they have those vaginal wipes.
Yes.
So for all you know, it could have been humming all 8 hours.
Right.
Or she just did a little vaginal wipe up and she probably went commando by the time she see you. So you're none the wiser. You're like, shit, you came over here ready to go. Whatever. She probably be like, idiot
Sucker.
man.
And I'll suck this.
Sucker, you gonna suck this? Sucker, you gonna suck this? I hope no women talk to me like
I
that.
don't know. I hope so. I hope not. I hope not.
I know I might be on I might be up for the event, but not that often. I might feel a type of way. More like you spoke to me like
Yeah,
that. Yo.
that's a little disrespectful at that point.
Could you imagine?
So just a little bit disrespectful at that point.
Yo, I'm like, yo, your dirty talk is now offensive slave talk.
Yes.
Sucker, you gonna suck this?
You've crossed the line.
Yo. Then make you want to stop. And it should be an asshole. She grab your head and like,
Yeah.
eat this fucking box. The fuck wrong with you? Yo.
A little mess around your mouth corners. Let me get these vaginal wipes.
Yo. Oh my gosh. We have problems.
Yeah, we do.
And we're back. Let's get to some shit for the week and stuff. Not too much going on. COVID is still on the rise.
Still got us locked.
Still going.
Got us locked down.
The vaccine talk is not a new dance in North America. In other parts of the world, they've been doing the vaccine dance.
Right. So UK's popped off with it.
Russia's
popped off with it.
So it's been going, flowing and going.
Yeah.
It's now gotten to this side of the world with Pfizer and theirs, and then.
Now, sorry, is Pfizer the only approved one in North America right now as we speak, or there are other drugs?
There are
that
other
on the
ones
market?
trying to come up.
Yeah.
But I think there's Pfizer and there's one more company. I forget the name of the company, but basically.
It's not Moderna.
No.
Okay.
No, but they're damn near ready too.
Right.
They're damn near ready. So I guess it's trial and error and all the above, but everybody's going to feel a type of way because then, they're seeing some people rocking with this.
Yeah.
Some people saying no. Anti-vaxxers are saying this. We'll know in the upcoming few weeks.
Okay.
What the cases and stuff and what the side effects and everything would be.
Now, in the upcoming few weeks, that would still be considered. What's the difference as far as time period considered for short term and then long term?
What do you mean?
What would they consider okay, in the short term we know that there's no side effects.
Right.
But we still haven't done a long enough study period to consider it long term.
Correct.
For instance. Okay. So what was it? What would constitute long term? Like a 2-year study approach, or
probably a year for a vaccine.
a year? Okay, got it.
For a vaccine,
Got it.
right? Because most vaccines and stuff, they tend to go for a year.
Right.
And vaccines are actually from whatever set situation or set ailment from previous. Remember, this is COVID-19. We're entering 2021.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So you have to look at it where, in any case, when it was new to the world and the world understood that this would be a possible problem,
Right.
not to the degree where they thought it would, with worlds shutting down, cities and stuff shutting down.
Yeah.
Possible vaccines was already in the mix of being made. Right?
Okay. Okay.
So when some people are they can't just talk about vaccine and 3 months later have a vaccine and stuff. I'm like, no, once they
were
identify
already-
a problem,
Right,
they're
already
already trying to troubleshoot it and stuff like that. But just that,
Plus, it's part of. I mean, it's a family of the coronavirus, so they probably have stuff. You know what I mean? In the works, other viruses that they've already started, and they say, you know what, we're gonna switch lanes, see what we have here, see if we can mold that for this new threat that we're facing.
right.
Right. Got
So
it.
then you have the people, like I said, it's trial and error with this, but I want to say they said it's 70% effective.
Right.
70% is still way better than fucking 25. So we'll see what happens and stuff to those that do get it done and then those that don't. And what I was told and stuff, it's a 2-step vaccine.
Okay.
So you get 1 step now, and I think you get another step a little bit afterwards or something like that.
Okay.
So the shots that we're seeing on TV and everything and people getting 1 shot, that's another one supposed to follow.
Is there any particular reason why they're doing it? Is it's a 2-stage as opposed to what?
Information is not fully out there yet.
Okay.
Remember, again, I try to tell everybody and stuff, this is a virus that the world did not have any kind of prior information on.
Right.
It kind of just came up, even if it's man-made or biological or from God or from the devil. It's still something that had to be studied and analyzed. That's why the information constantly shifted and people went cool for Cocoa Puffs.
Right.
Because they're like, they tell us one thing, now it's another thing. I'm like, this is brand new to the world.
Yeah.
It's not like it's the same type of thing.
I'm just wondering what the rationale is behind it, because most of the vaccines, if not all the ones that we take now, is just a one shot.
Right, but those are the vaccines and stuff. What are you getting vaccinated for, though? Because when you get a tetanus shot,
Right.
you're getting a tetanus shot every 2 years, every 10 years.
Right.
So that's not a one shot,
Got it.
right? There's certain things, the measles, mumps, rubella, those type of things you get at birth, and then you get it again and stuff as an adult. So you're looking at 2-step type of thing when it comes to those ones.
Right.
The flu tends to change every year because
Right.
they're chasing the last dragon, the last big dragon that happened and stuff, whatever, prior.
Right.
So if you had the big flu of 2018 and 2019, you're not getting a flu shot to prevent you from getting sick from 2019. It's preventing you from getting the 2018 strain.
Right.
So if the 2019 strain comes up, that's just what it is.
Okay.
So that's why, and so therefore, if you're looking at the flu shot itself, that particular virus will tend to mutate and change, and this is a virus similar to influenza.
Right.
It will mutate and change and subject to change as well.
Right.
So, just to take that into consideration
Right.
for people and stuff, not to get scared, but then
Now,
again,
is there how long do you have to wait before you get the
that I'm not too sure
that
yet.
they
That I'm not too sure yet. All I was told and stuff for that from specific like channels and stuff in my hospital is that it's a 2-step thing, and the rest I guess will be known and stuff when they get closer to. Because for now, not every hospital has it.
Right.
My hospital doesn't have the vaccine.
Okay.
So there's certain places and stuff, whatever they got it first. So those people there, those frontline workers and stuff, those nurses and occupational health people will be more likely the ones to kind of give you the info and stuff, whatever. I haven't heard anything yet.
Okay.
And
But but the second shot is basically the same vaccine, only they're giving it to you in 2 stages.
yeah,
Okay.
kind of like a little like to be like, okay, let's say there's certain things and stuff like that. Like let's say Twinrex. Twinrex for like, like when you go on vacation, the hepatitis type of shots.
Yeah.
Because you have hepatitis A, you have hepatitis B,
Right.
right? So they'll give you a shot for A,
Okay.
and they'll wait a little before you give you the shot of B to boost your immune system.
Got it.
So there's tons of shots and stuff where it might be like, oh, come back 7 days, come back a few days, depending what it is. It's not foreign.
Right.
But you're an anti-vaxxer, so you won't really know like that, right?
Right.
So the peoples and stuff that don't know, that's what
It seems foreign.
Yeah, it seems foreign to them. And then, the rhetoric is going to go on regardless. So,
it is, yeah.
So,
What's world without Reddit?
Yeah. Hashtag Illuminati, baby. So, yeah. How you feel about it? You scared? Are you doing it? You about that life?
Not scared and not doing it.
You not doing it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a Podical Sun show with the glass up after I get my shot.
Now I figure once you get your shot, I'm good.
You ain't going nowhere.
They say 70% need to get it in order the rest of us to have herd immunity. So I'm like I'm in the 30%.
You're batting on the herd?
I'm batting on the herd.
You batting on the herd?
Batting on the herd.
No? All right, fuck it. So if he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. I've made peace, man. I've made peace.
And that's it. I think that's the thing. I always tell people stuff like, I can work with stupidity. I can't work with ignorance.
Yeah.
So the fact, if you don't know, that will be considered on the stupidity side because you're only like a few lessons away from knowing. But then if you're just completely ignorant and you choose to just live in a type of world and stuff like that, I got nothing to do with that. That's all on you.
That's all.
Because there's tons of people and stuff like, COVID is fake. COVID is fake. It's not real out here. And then you see a video. Help. It's real. I got it. Like, the fuck out of my face. You know how fast I scroll right past that video?
You just scroll
I look,
past
I'm
it.
like, weren't you the same person? Next. And the next thing I swipe up, I hope it's a twerking video. Like, look at butt
Just-
cheeks.
just butt
That's
cheeks.
it. Pretty much. Salute to Mackenzie Scott. Hey, boo.
Hey.
You respond to my last DM. Waiting. Mackenzie Scott, formerly known as Mackenzie Bezos, she has donated over $6 billion within this year, and 4.2 of that within recent weeks to COVID help relief.
Just Nicole, I think you said that a little too casually. 6
Billion.
billion, not million. Billion.
I did say it too
Yeah,
casual.
yeah, you said it a little too.
I said like I got billions.
Yeah, exactly. I like. No, wait a second. Let's rewind that. So
Take two. $6 billion. You gotta say what the
yeah.
Billion.
Billion. That's
Billion. Okay.
This is better.
All right,
Much
all
better.
right. $6 billion. Yo, 4.2 bill of that was within the recent months, and some of the money went to like Meals on Wheels to help like a whole bunch of companies.
Yeah.
To help fuel funds and food within communities, especially within North America and America. Right, so I'm a fan of that. Salute to her. I was looking at stuff as like,
It's very good. Very good.
come on, this is what you're doing with your divorce money. But it's not even fully divorce money. Like she earned some of that because she was boxing things with him in the beginning.
She was there from the beginning. So she
is the original starter wife,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, I look at it stuff as that. Do you think because she's a caring person, why she's doing all of this, think it's a tax write-off? Or do you think it's just a slap in Jeff Bezos' face? Because remember when the Amazon was on fire
Right.
for his company name Amazon,
Yeah,
and when
yeah.
Amazon was on fire, he only gave $700,000.
Yeah, that's kind of that's weak.
It's a bit dodgy, mate.
So it's-
Bit bloody dodgy.
Yeah, it's a dodgy at best.
So what do you think?
You know what?
Tax write-off?
She seems to me. She seems like a person that could have that caring interest about her. If I'm to look at it from, multi-billionaire perspective,
You say from your chest.
a multi-billionaire
There you go.
perspective,
There you go.
I would assume that her accountants kind of lining up things for her to do some tax write-off issues. But again, you still got to determine how much money you want to donate to be written off.
Very true.
Right? So she could have said it could have been 3 billion, right? But she did 6 billion. So I'm pretty sure her generosity is kicking in somewhere while she's still protecting her interests.
Right.
That does put Jeff to shame, though.
Your ex-wife is given $6 billion.
How much of your 700,000 can go into her 6 billion? yeah.
And a man is a damn near trillionaire.
Man's a trillion. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how this woman wiped out half his fortune,
And he's still popping.
and he still turned on and become a trillionaire, the world's first trillionaire.
Yeah, but everybody wasn't going nowhere.
This is
Everything. The Amazon is pumping. I think Amazon, to my knowledge, before they used to have they used to do specific couriers with just them
true. Yeah.
and the local postal services of the countries,
Right.
right?
Right.
And then when everybody, granny was buying things off Amazon because of COVID, they were running out of drivers. They were running out of delivery routes.
Yes.
So they just kind of start hiring, like, hey, you want to work for Amazon? We will pay you for do drop-offs and all the above. So, I mean,
You know what else was happening to them in the midst of that while they had to hire extra drivers?
what's up?
Not in the States, but other parts of the world. Their employees were going on strike,
Yeah.
and they were actually barring some of the drivers from driving.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that. You're right. You're absolutely right about that. It was rough. So, but they still persevered.
They
Fuck, so
persevered, man. Too
and
big
for
to
him-
fail.
too big to fail. I'm trying to think, is any company ever too big to fail besides Amazon? Because people don't really
You
fuck
mean
with...
Microsoft?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, because a lot of people with the Mac wave that kind of came up out of like recent times, let's say within the past 2 decades.
Yeah.
People don't really fucking with Windows and stuff like that. I'm still a PC person,
Yeah.
and I want to say depends on what you're doing it for, but yeah, they're big. I don't know if they. I think what might be saving them is kind of Xbox.
Businesses.
The other businesses that it springs off.
No, just businesses in general. You got to think of all those infrastructures.
That
They're
Microsoft has.
they're all built on PC structures, right? Like if you think of all these Fortune 500 companies.
You're right.
They're all built. Their infrastructure is all built on
On
PC,
PC.
right? And then you think about it. And a majority of the stuff is 10 years old because it's too expensive to overhaul everything.
You're right, because the funny thing too, at my hospital,
Yeah.
we just recently got upgraded to Windows 10. I think last year.
Okay.
Windows 10 has been out for a minute. I've had Windows 10 at the house for like years.
Exactly.
And we went from 7 to 10 and stuff recently. And I was like, now?
So think so think about that, right?
And how many PCs that might be in just my hospital?
In your hospital, right? So think about it, right? If a company like Microsoft is to go down, that's a backbone for a whole lot of Fortune 500 companies. They can't let it sink.
You're right.
They got to keep it propped.
Too big to
Too big to fail.
Too big to fail. I see it. So about Michigan man wins lawsuit against his parents for throwing out his porn collection.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Wonder
Oh,
what he
shit.
had. I wonder what he had in there, man. I wonder. Who you think? You think he had some of the veteran? You think he had Seika up in there?
Who?
Seika. You don't even know Seika? Nah. Oh word! That's original porn star, man. That's she started off in the Ron Germany days, man.
I have to just do a little
Go ahead. Let's do a little quick Google.
Just asking for a friend. Just see what
Seika. Seka, I think.
Seika. Holy shit cakes. Her real name is Dorothy Patton, a retired American pornographic actress. She started, damn!
Yeah.
From 1977 to 1993.
So, what if he had an original 1977?
Her rookie movie?
Her rookie movie.
And he got it signed in the early 90s before she retired?
He got the VHS cover signed.
Damn. Look at her, though. This is what she used to look like back in the day. And that's what she look like now.
Yeah.
This is a regular grandma somewhere.
That's somebody grandma.
I'm crushing a lot of grannies now. Be like, hey, you made a few movies in your days?
What you do back in your day?
Yo, she looked fire back then, too. Damn.
I think she was the one that they coined the term porn star from. Because you didn't have considered stars, right?
She was known as the Platinum Princess of Porn.
There you go.
The original porn star. That's what it says.
There you go.
You know a lot.
I'm old school, man.
I had to Google my shit.
I'm old
You
school,
know
man.
a lot. You know what? No judgment.
No judgments over here. No judgments.
No
over
judgment.
Here.
Just thank you for sharing the info.
Listen. Each one teach one, man.
Yeah.
Each one teach one. Bring it to the forefront.
Seika.
All right. So he got a couple Seikas in the collection.
Got a couple
Seikas
Seikas
in the collection.
Parents threw it out. In Michigan, his parents, he has to be compensated for it. That was the thing that kind of threw me off. Cause my thing and stuff is that if you're my child, you live at home with me. I have homeowners insurance. House goes on fire.
Right.
Some of your shit gets burnt and everything. It's covered under my policy. So I feel like anything in my house, even if you bought it or not, whatever, technically it's still kind of mine.
Is it though? Because under the house insurance policy, you also gotta list the occupants that live in the house.
Right.
So when you list the occupants that are living in the house, does that insurance policy automatically cover their stuff?
Yeah.
So then it's not your stuff then as the homeowner. It's still their stuff. Your policy just covers it.
I don't know though. So I guess you might be right on that aspect, because if that's the case, all y'all motherfuckers in the house is coughing up money for monthly. yo, y'all better start throwing up
My
some
money protect your shit?
Yeah.
You need to come up
Why
with
am I
some shit.
paying for your shit, whatever, when I'm not claiming the fame of it? Yeah. So yeah, they fucked up his porn stash. I don't know the full details of that whole argument, but when I was hearing it, I read the articles and stuff on it, and I see it on the news, I laughed, and I was like, I don't see why the fuck he's angry. But after you talking about some Seika shit now,
Listen, man.
some Seika stuff that Marv is gonna do research and
Yeah,
review.
do some research, man.
And she did some girl scenes. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
I think the first scene I seen her with was with Ron Jeremy.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ron Jeremy's a different kind of dude. He's the only dude that can kiss a few dicks. They can kiss his own dick or something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, that's a questionable moment.
Come on, the man. He's that
He coined the come on demand
he
thing.
the come on demand dude. That's why he was so popular.
Why do you always recycle the dudes? Because of that? Because not every dude can.
Yeah, because not every dude is, you know what I mean, built like that. That's why he was so popular.
I feel like I can do
Ron
it.
ugly as fuck, man.
Yeah.
He fat, ugly as fuck. But
Now he was different. He was slimmer back then.
still ugly as fuck. But he can perform. Damn, that man can perform.
That he can. Yo, all right. So for the folks at home who don't know, Rowdy Rebel is free. Rowdy Rebel is part of the group GS9.
Not to be confused with Roddy Rich.
No, not Rowdy Rich. Not yo, that box song always kills me. But
Wait. Did we ever forget what Little Dirk was saying to Drake?
no.
Okay.
No, I think he's just moaning on the track.
Yeah.
But Roddy Rebel is free, and he's part of the whole Bobby Shmurda takedown. He's one of the first people free from that set group that kind of came out. 6ix9ine is out. We know from becoming 6ix9ine to Snitch 9.
Mm-hmm.
Rowdy Rebel hasn't been. Rowdy Rebel got his fame from computers and Hot N from Bobby Shmurda, Hot Nigga. Now, my thing, I got thinking of stuff that, especially with Casanova situation popping off and brewing,
Right.
with his court case stuff pending, would hip hop still be interesting if rappers didn't snitch on themselves like they normally do in their songs?
I think they would have to try and find some new subject matter that's entertaining and then kind of make like a real hot song out of it and to kind of convince the masses. Because to me, when I think of trap music, the element of trap music, I mean, just look at the name. Trap music is,
Drug.
Based
drug
off
selling.
the trap house,
The trap
right?
house.
Drill music is, almost on that same lane. So when you hear somebody
Drill is you drilling.
is in the same lane, right? So when you're thinking of people who are listening to those type of music or are into those musics, they're already consciously into, I would say almost consciously into that type of lyrics. They know what to expect when they hear those,
Right.
that specific genre of hip hop.
Right.
So to hear other type of lyrics on top of it might be confusing at first.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Especially when you jump up and you're ready to,
Do all
and
that.
you hear, kiss your grandma, kiss you. Like, oh shit, I can't kiss my grandma with tutus pointing in the air. It might be confusing at first. But then, give it a while, it gets repetitive, beats down, gets into your psyche. Then, you might be, by the third or fourth time it come on, Grandma, come here! It's on, Grandma! Come here!
You got gun figures up like kiss your grandma. Yikes! Well, you might have a gangster ass grandma.
You might have a grandson. Yeah, you're right.
You might have a gangster grand. She might be about that life and stuff too, right?
You're
So
right.
it's true. I don't know. I look at it like a lot. Like these things and stuff, they vary, right? Where somebody and I, we had a conversation. We were talking about what's this thing again? Vlad TV.
Yeah.
How they saying Casanova was on Vlad. He was dry snitching his life away. And then now the charges came up because especially the content in the music and then his interview. And they're using that to kind of indict him on. Not full indict, but it's still trial by jury.
Right.
And you have to convince the jury why they shouldn't convict you with stuff of set situation, right?
Yeah.
Because you're most of the time you being the defendant.
Right.
It's you versus the state.
Yeah.
And I told the person, like, you can't crucify Vlad, because Vlad TV and the years of experience and stuff that's journalism at its at its pinnacle.
Right.
So you're gonna pull out these type of things and stuff out of the person. It's up to the individual to shut the fuck up when they go up there, to be mindful of what they say. You know, they always say think before you speak. You weren't just taught this today. If you just folks, if at home, if you're the first person, this is the first time hearing think before you speak, the people around you don't love you. No, we love you to tell you better think before you speak.
Yeah.
But it's nothing brand new.
I mean, even if you're in trouble with the law and you got a lawyer, your lawyer is gonna tell you to shut your ass up. Don't say nothing until you consult with me.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, your lawyer is gonna tell you what to say from what not to say. And I mean, that used to be the job of the A&R when the A&R was still around. For those who don't know what the A&R is, sorry, it stands for Artist and Repertoire. And they were basically the handlers for the artist. So the record label would sign the artist, they would give him an A&R manager, and then he would basically just, take care of the well-being of the manager, of the artist. Right. Part of that taking care of the artist is grooming them how to present themselves and how to act in certain situations.
So PR is not needed.
Public
relations is not needed.
Not needed, but for like an artist like, let's say Beyonce, where the budget is not a question.
Yeah, because Beyonce is a business.
It's a business. Then you're probably going to have a separate PR. Because the A&R at that point might have a lot on their plate.
Gotcha. So once the build up is there, you transition from having A&R to, if you become that icon type, right? You transition over to just A&R and a PR.
Yeah, because your A&R, he's gonna know some of the public relations stuff. Right. But not to a full extent an actual PR person would know, right? And when you're at that level, you're going to want an actual PR person dealing with that sort of stuff. Right. But whether PR or your A&R or handler, what some people will call them, they'll typically groom you before you go into interviews. So to say, you might be asked this certain question. This is how you answer it, right? This is how you avoid a question that you may not want to answer, right? Like, we heard there was, a shooting down the street. Do you know anybody involved in it? I heard about the shooting, but I couldn't tell you. You know what I mean? Like, even if you know, this is how we want you to answer, right? So they prep the artist with all this stuff ahead of time. Not only do they prep the artist with all this stuff ahead of time, they'll actually go to the interviewer or whoever the interviewer works with and say,
you can't ask these questions.
Exactly. I got a set list of questions that I don't want asked to my artist, right? If you can agree to this, you can get the interview. 9 times out of 10, if they want the interview, they're going to agree to the list that you have, right? But if you ain't got a list to come up with, if you're just going in there like, hey, I'm the target. Shoot me! Niggas is taking out They're there for their audience. They're trying to get whatever juicy tidbit you can provide them.
Stay away from the Podical sons. I will drill your ass. You better bring your AR.
That's drill music over there.
You better bring your AR. Cat. Big dip! I'm coming for you with a big dip!
It's on. It's on.
Because, you see, and that's my thing. My thing is the allure of certain type of interviews where I think part of the thing of the interview to me is that it brings set person from here to here.
Right.
To like average people thing, like, and when you don't do interviews or you avoid interviews, I feel like, you're in your own weight class. That's why when they have this kind of thing like with Gaga and all those type of people and stuff, they have these kind of interviews like 2020 exclusive for Lady Gaga and everything. Be like, shit, this motherfucker don't be talking and now,
No.
All right. But then if you're saying they've been prepped and groomed with different type of questions, it's like, keep Your garbage shit. I want to hear some real shit.
Yeah, you know.
They just suck Marilyn Manson's dick. Like, yo, what's with all the blood costumes? Like, yo, you can't say that.
You know, that's what I think I like Drink Champs podcast so much.
Oh, you think there's nobody who's prepping for them? They're just shooting a shot?
I think whether they're prepping or not, I think Nori just gonna shoot.
Welcome. Yo.
Nori just gonna shoot whether you prepped or not.
I'm gonna shoot over here regardless. Shooter's gonna shoot.
Shooter's gonna shoot, man. The worst you can hear is no. They're not gonna answer the question, and that's cool. That's cool. That's up. You know what I mean? That's up to you. That's
Facts.
totally up to you. Ain't gonna stop us from asking.
No, I mean, it's just the collective and stuff where I'm looking at like we're always crucifying like these other places where said person open up their mouth.
Yeah.
Kaz is a Rock Nation artist. You would think Rock Nation would at least throw him an A&R before a PR person.
At least
to say like, hey, bruh.
Like even if
you
they
watch what you say.
Do you think a lot of times, because even being a part of Rock Nation,
mm-hmm.
they still give you they'll probably still give you a degree of autonomous. You know what I mean? They're like, you can still go out and do this, that, and the third, just like the real big things that you got to report.
You're right.
This, that, and the third.
You're right.
So,
because I don't think they're in the business of like raping you, like how industry was like, let's say like 20 years ago.
Right. Because again, there's still no, at least as far as I know, there's still no position of A&R that's being done at Rock Nation. So that still might be left up to you to either find somebody, pay somebody who can do that sort of stuff for you, or you take it upon yourself. Right? So if you're going into...
this is the product of holding your own.
Yes.
Taking it out.
Yes.
Interesting. I don't know. The young kids and stuff, whatever, today, I thought it was a generational thing over a cultural thing. But I mean, yo.
But I mean, it still could be a generational thing because these kids, they live their life online, man.
And they do be snitching their ass away.
Yeah.
And then you have you're right, it might be a generational thing.
Yeah.
To be young again. To be young again and not give a fuck.
They lived it. Yo, thank you for putting me on Euphoria.
Oh, you seen it? Change your life?
That shit is, I mean...
It made you question some things about kids.
I think it made me understand a little bit better.
It gave you a different understanding and stuff, whatever.
Yeah. I would say that definitely.
Because you know how young you were in your time and your decade and your circa.
Right.
And this is how these kids are living now. Like, because Euphoria, like, remember, all that music is current and everything.
Yes.
So I want to say Euphoria is probably at least like 2018 time-based set. And then when you're getting into it, you're like, holy shit, you got kids going to rehab.
But this is what I'm saying, right? And it's like, wow. The argument for me has always been that, you know what I mean, I don't know what's going on in these kids in this generation.
In their day, in their time, right.
I'm not a part of it, right?
Right.
So I've always been of that mind. But to kind of have a glimpse into it kind of gives you a better understanding of what these kids go through, man. You know what I mean? And what type of issue, you know, you look at me, oh, you don't have no issues. You don't have no, nah, some of them be going through some shit, man.
Like, you know what my thing was? I think what got me was the fat chick on Euphoria.
Yes.
Like how she was dealing with, like she talked bossy, she talked a good game.
Right.
But she's dealing with self-esteem issues.
Right.
But then after, like, I don't want to, like, you know, spoil alert to the people's listening.
No, yeah,
but
we
like,
ain't trying to spoil. It's a good, it's a good show. It's a good show if you ain't seen it yet.
Like, after that, the event, and she became a brand new person. She came into herself,
right,
and everything. I was like, maybe it's true. You go through some shit. Like, in order for flowers to grow, it has to rain.
Yes.
So I mean, she went through this. She's like, oh my gosh, fuck it, I'm gonna own it.
Yeah.
And it just made her a better person. And I was like, that's dope.
It's so dope because. And I liked how they showed the progression.
Yes.
I liked how they, you know what I mean, they showed that transformation. You know what I mean? And I don't know about you, but she'd have got some sex appeal after the transformation. I said, okay, girl. go ahead.
The 3 snaps.
Yeah,
She got
say,
jazzy
Go
with
ahead,
it.
go ahead,
Yeah.
do your thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was dope. As a parent, my son is young.
Yeah.
I think my anxiety might kick when he get to like that high school era.
When he get to the high
And I'm
school
like, hey, you want to sit down and watch Euphoria with me? Just watch the show with your good old dad.
Let's watch this with your dad.
Watch your good old dad.
funny
Are you
thing.
doing shit like this there at your school? No?
So you're like, Dad, that's old school.
Yeah.
We don't do drugs like that no more.
Oh my gosh. My blood just ran cold.
Oh, we got that shit off of Black Mirror.
Facts. By that time?
By that time.
Yep. Yo, which age would you rather stay forever? What age? You know, to talk about that forever young.
I think 35.
35? Really?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's that level of maturity. You've reached that level of maturity, kind of have things figured out. But still full of vigor, I think, around that age that you can still do all the activities that you kind of want to do.
That is kind of true. I still do feel like that and stuff now. I think mentally, I feel like I'm about under 30. Like
Okay.
I want to say 28, 29. Physically, like at 35 years old, I probably do feel my age body-wise.
Right.
But I still can do, like, there's certain things that's not out of boundaries for me.
Right.
The funny thing too, I think sometime before it got cold and stuff, I walked around to a park. I was on the phone, and I just seen like monkey bars, and I just did some pull-ups on monkey bars,
Right.
like a champ. And I was like, "Whew, I can still do it."
Mm-hmm.
And couldn't even consider the thought, like, you know, if I'm at 45, could I still be able to do that? Whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at some. Actually, I'm an asshole. I looked at some old chicks I went to high school. I used to crush on. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, damn, you look fire back in the day. Now look at you now.
Look at you.
They said the worst thing a woman can tell you is not no, it's ill. I'm looking at them like, ill. So like, yo, and then we got to a convo, me and my peoples and stuff, we got to a convo about like the age thing.
Yeah.
We talked about, what's the Timberlake movie called? Fuck. In Time.
Okay, yeah.
In Time, where everybody's basically what they look like at age 25. Forever. And then we talk about Black Mirror, about not the Santorini, Santa something, that place.
Okay.
Where you're just that whatever age you want to be in that time era in that decade, and you're just living there. Would you be okay with being immortal, living forever, and the body you want, the age frame you want, forever?
I would have to have at least 2 other people with the same ability.
With you that
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that I know. To keep me company.
So you couldn't do it solo.
I think because at that point, let's say I've reached 1,000 years, right? I've gained so much knowledge and wisdom.
You could pass on to other people that's not living to pass 100.
Yeah, but they're not going to be around to kick it with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to keep teaching them the new set of crop all the time, and then I'm gonna have some favorite students that I really embrace, and they're gonna die on me, man.
Okay. So who would be the 2 people you would take?
I
now?
take you. I take you for sure.
You take me?
Yeah, I take you for sure. You
I don't want to live forever though.
No, but you got me, so it's good. It's good.
You just trying to make me come with you.
You got me, so it's good, man. It's good.
And who's the next person?
And then we gotta have somebody with like a mad sense of humor. It's gotta be somebody, you know what I mean, to keep us laughing all the way through. Who can we get like that?
Who could we get?
Yeah, because at this time it's gotta be both of me and you. Now we gotta live with the third person for the rest of our lives.
Oh, I don't know.
Do we give Chappelle? We give Dave Chappelle that ability?
I don't know. 'Cause I feel like he'll go from it'll be kosher, like living together. He start honey roasting me for some goddamn reason.
Yeah.
Why you take all my goddamn juice? You know, 300 years ago, you never used to steal juice, and now fucking 351 years later, you want to just take juice? I'm like, I was thirsty. Yo, thirsty ass. You need to go drink cow piss. I'm like, I was like, wait, what? I don't know if I can take Chappelle roasting me for a millennium, like for the next infinity and beyond.
You know what I mean? But I mean, we'll be living long enough that he'll come around at some point.
You wouldn't even take your wife? You don't want your wife there? You're gonna get a new wife on the way? You're gonna get a new wife on the way.
See, I take my wife. But what benefit would that have for you?
She can cook her ass off. We ain't gonna starve.
This is true.
We not gonna starve.
This is true. All right, well, fuck it. If you say she can come, then she rolling with us.
Yeah. Yo, that's funny. That's funny as shit.
I know. You ain't trying to bring no wife with you. You trying to get every new millennium. You trying to get a new boo.
I mean, I'm bad at love, so I might as well just.
You might just be bad at love for the rest of the.
Just keep trying till I get it right. I'm like, okay, so the first 50 years I didn't get it right. I got another 50 to go. Why not? I'm here. So like, yeah. I think the kicker and stuff will hurt me about the whole immortality thing.
Yes.
You come to a point where, especially like if you reproduce, you are living in your prime, or you look like you're in your friggin' prime, and you're having conversations or something with like your great grandchildren or something like that. That's some insanity shit to me.
Yeah, it is.
But that's the thing and stuff that would kind of throw me off and everything, like, because yes, we might be the same, we might look the same age and everything like that. But you're right. You've experienced things beyond the realm of understanding. Mm-hmm. You done seen some things.
Yeah.
And
we probably couldn't even have a conversation.
Pretty much.
Because the things that you would be saying to me, I would probably consider them frivolous.
Pearls to swine.
Yeah.
Pearls to swine. So I don't know. I mean, you still got the look.
Yeah, still got the look.
You still got the look.
Still got the look. You can rock with the look.
Yo, okay. On a scale of 1 to 5, where do you rank yourself on overall attractiveness?
Overall attractiveness?
Overall attractive, 1 to 5.
Oh, a 4. I'm a 4, man.
You're a 4.
I'm a 4.
Shit.
Overall, yeah, you throw attractiveness in it? Yeah, overall attractiveness. Shit.
What makes you a 4?
The sense of humor.
So the looks and the sense of humor.
The sense of humor and the you know what I mean? The chivalry.
The looks, sense of humor, and chivalry.
Yeah.
Mm. I think my sense of humor, I'm a decently. I would give myself like a 3.5.
3.5? Why so low, man? We're saying attractiveness here.
Yeah.
Attractiveness.
But see, the way how you view yourself and the way how others view you are different.
Right.
I would view you and stuff as a 4. Okay. 4.5. Because if you had height on you,
I get the 5.
Nah, you get the 5.
I get the 5?
You get the 5.
All right.
Off rip, you get the 5. You got to be under 6 foot. Because if you're 5'11", with your looks and your capability, automatic 5.
Yeah.
Once you hit the 6 foot mark, you're a cheater. Then your attributes are gonna start slipping now, whatever. And you got a beard too. Like you're a cheater. Yeah. You're a cheater if you have 6 foot and a beard. Definitely cheater.
With some type of venereal disease.
Yeah. You got an STD. Own it. Just own it. Just own it. Hopefully you get a light one.
Just a light one.
Remember we were talking about the light ones?
Yeah.
Look at a heavy one like AIDS, herpes. No, herpes-ish.
That's sort of light.
When you stress, it comes out. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, because I look at it where I view myself 3.5. I view you as a 4 and everything. And then...
Which I view you as a 4.
You view me as a 4?
Yeah.
Oh, why? Yeah?
Dude, you got a wicked personality, man.
Okay.
Listen, I think... Listen, the wicked personality is underrated.
It is.
It's underrated.
It is. That's a fact. That's a fact. The funny thing, too, is that me dating, like when I'm rocking with Tinder and everything, I want to say more Tinder than more Bumble, because Tinder, you have to plug in your information, what you want to say.
Right.
Bumble, they'll give you set prompts, and then you can, I can't live a day without, and then you add in.
Got it.
Tinder, I seen a girl said, she said, you can't spell menu without me and you. We should do dinner sometime. This is her profile thing. I just swiped right. I didn't really, and like when I was looking at it and stuff, did we? I don't. We did match, and I was looking. I was like, you know what? Typically, she's not really the thing, but her
Yeah.
personality. That's what you're looking. That's what I'm looking for.
Personality win you over.
Remember, like, a few weeks ago, we were building a perfect woman,
Right.
and everything.
Yeah.
And we both agreed on an Issa Rae type of personality.
Right,
And stuff.
right.
Like you need like a good sense of humor, a balance of like intelligence. That personality goes a long way.
A long.
It goes
way.
a long way because looks would fade.
Exactly.
Looks will fade. And some people they're like fine wine and stuff for a good duration and stuff, and some people might not even make it. Yo, I see some people that fucking like under 30 and they look like they about like 45.
Yeah.
Shit, I was watching the Florida football game and shit yesterday.
Right.
And dude had his helmet off and like, oh, he's a shining star freshman. I'm like, shut your ass up. I seen him in the liquor store last week, man. This dude's a grown ass man not getting ID'd. Okay, he looked older than me.
Yeah.
Freshman my ass.
Yeah.
Yo. Okay, what makes a person attractive to you?
Again, I would say sense of humor.
Sense of humor.
You don't have to be the most prettiest person in the world, but you know, it has some looks about
Some
you.
looks about him.
Sense of humor, looks, and a strong will.
A strong will. What do you mean by that?
The ability to think of things that you want to achieve and see it through.
I dig that. Personality is one for me.
Yeah.
The aesthetics and stuff, but the beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Yes.
I'm a firm believer in stuff in that. And like in my world, I tend to grasp at beauty in a particular woman, like in different aspects. Like, let's say, for example, say it's a black woman.
Right.
It's a black woman. Let's say I like a dark-skinned woman.
Right.
Dark-skinned women don't really feel me like that. Light-skinned women, they dig
the more
me
your
more.
speed.
They dig me. They dig me. Dark-skinned women like, oh, he too black for me. But some of them, they kind of like me. Like Amara La Negra,
Okay. Yeah.
dream woman.
Yeah.
That's a dream woman to me, right?
That's chocolate personified.
Chocolate goddess.
Chocolate personified.
And dark, curly fro
Right.
type of hair and everything like that.
Right.
And she's Latina.
Right.
Like a lot kind of comes off and stuff, and this is one role.
Right.
I can embrace all of that in her, and then you have another Latina like AOC,
Yes. Okay.
the politician.
Yeah.
I can embrace the fact that like, yo, she's like slim built. She's not like, you know, like Mara. She's like slim built, like a caramel tone, has like a sass, like a repertoire. I can embrace all that. So my thing is to vary the various stuff for
Yeah.
people for level of attractive, like aesthetically.
Right.
Personality is a hell of a thing. But the other thing I would add from yours and stuff that might be different is open mind. See, my thing and stuff is that a mind's like a parachute, works better when it's open.
Right.
And a lot of people, they're not too open-minded. Because
true.
I might come from a different type of world, and hopefully she comes from a different type of world. And then now, I feel like if you have this kind of iron will, whatever, like, I'm going to do this regardless, with you or with or without you. And I'm like, yeah, but babe, we want to do it together. That's my docile man voice, like when I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
I talk brazen like this because I'm free. I'm a free bird. Caw-caw! Caw-caw!
There's no
Like,
billion.
yeah, no billion, no billion, you know, no big dog, no billion, no nothing like that. Be like, yes, honey, can I still get vagina at the end of the night? Just looking for the vagina.
That's it. That's all.
Maybe a hand job.
Don't close the doors. Don't close the doors.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I like an open mind. And I think once you have an open mind, you have this look and this personality, you're a 10. You're a 5. You're a 5.
I can see that. Yeah.
So I don't know. That's how I looked at it. Now let me ask you: are men more attractive when they're not single? Because like when it rains, it pours. Like you already got a woman, and you probably have women just kind of coming at you. Hell, some women I talk to. Remember I told you?
Yeah.
Still like, ooh, who's that guy with the salt and pepper beard on your podcast? I'm like, the fuck him. What about focus on me? I'm like, he's my co-host. Fuck him. Focus this way. I'm like, I got a few gray hairs. I'm like,
She got one coming right here.
I got my shiny silver. You see my shiny silver?
I see it.
You see it? Okay.
I see it.
Okay. I got a dignified side to me, too.
Yeah. You can pull it off.
But are men more attractive?
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say single or married is where they find the attractiveness, because if you're walking down the street, unless you're wearing a ring that says you're married, a woman's not going to look at you and say, "Okay, dude is married," right? She might still find you attractive.
Okay.
She might find you not attractive. I think the real trick lies in women seeing you around or in the company of other women. Finds you attractive.
I get you.
Finds you attractive. Because it doesn't at that point, it doesn't even need to be your woman.
I get you, because if you're seen with a woman, right? You're seen
Right.
with a woman. Let's say said woman is over there and she's staring at you, and you're not paying it no attention and stuff. That she's eyeing you down.
Yeah.
And you're with your sister.
Right.
You're with your sister and stuff and everything, and like your sister got like some dust or something on her black pants, and you're like, "Yo, stand up," and then you just dusting her off. You're trying to make sure she look fly and everything.
Yeah.
She's looking like, "Oh my gosh, he's so considerate. He's so caring.
My man don't do that.
My man don't do that."
You know what I mean?
If she got a man, shit,
If
my
she got
vibrator
a-
don't do
right,
that.
yeah, right.
My vibrator just like, bzz, 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 you know.
Jeez.
Okay, I see that, because men on the other side of the spectrum and stuff, we don't give a fuck.
Nah, hell.
We'll look at stuff at a married woman and stuff. Like me, I'm different. I look at stuff like, once I know you're spoken for,
Yeah.
your luster is kind of gone to me. I can still appreciate the beauty, but like no, not really. No. Not
See, you'd
really.
have to be married for me not to go there. Back in the day, if he was just a boyfriend, yo,
This guy is
Yo.
wild.
listen, man.
Yo.
I'm gonna give you this story.
Go ahead, fire
Yo.
away.
Back in the day when I used to play Ninja Force. Ninja Force is a DJ sound crew. I was one of a 3-man crew. One night we were playing at this club, right? And so while this was going on, this lady go by the name of Lady Shaba. She's a dancer,
Okay.
right?
She ugly?
She ugly. She looked like Shaba, hence the name Lady Shaba. But she was a dancer, she danced good. So she was dancing with the time, and then so there was this other girl that me and my boys was kind of eyeing at since the night was like, but she was there, and it looked like it was her man that she was there with, and it was like, so I was looking at Blacks and Milo. Shout out to Blacks and Milo, man.
Shout out to Blacks and Milo. Man.
I was looking over to them and I was like, yo, that girl. So where we were standing behind them.
So hold on, you trying to shark the man's
Hold
woman?
on.
Okay, go ahead.
We were standing behind them and they were standing in front of us watching Lady Shaba's dance.
Right.
But she turned around, she looked behind her, right? Yo, she turned around and looked behind her. Still one of these. Washroom.
She went?
Dude. Not only did she win, but Milo and Blacks went too. Because they was like, damn, we kick shark too. I was like, these niggas.
Wow. Yo.
Needless to say, I got shorty. Another time. He was about 17, 18. One of my boys, his girlfriend had a party in her condo. You know what I mean? So we're all there chilling and stuff like that. She had another friend. Nice. You know what I mean?
Thicky thick.
Thick. And she was there with her dude. I was like, yeah. It's like, dude got a girl, man. Dude got a girl. But then dude left. I don't know where dude had to go. I don't do anything. You know what I mean? If he couldn't stay out later, I don't know. Dude just left.
He couldn't stay out late. Oh shit!
That was the worst thing that could ever happen to dude. Because as soon as he left, I was on the case.
That's what I said. Guys
I was on the case.
Guys don't give a fuck.
Nah, man.
Guys don't give a fuck. With or without a man, guys will still look and be like,
We looking.
She fired.
Yeah,
She hot.
yeah.
And everything like that.
We gotta hear the no.
Yeah, they
We gotta hear the no.
Cause shooters gonna shoot.
Yeah.
And I feel like, there's tons of times I seen and stuff. I remember one time I went to go talk to a girl in the mall. I think I was in Eaton Center. I was in Eaton Center and stuff many years ago, and I seen a girl. She had a ring on.
Yeah.
So I went to go call to her. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Can I talk to you for a minute? And I seen the ring. I'm like, oh, you married. Sorry to bother you. She's like, no, I just wear it to ward off dudes. I'm like, but I don't like how this relationship's going to start off. Like, you're already lying to me. So she's like, yeah, but you're one of the decent dudes ready to back off.
Right.
Because you see the ring. And she's like, some dudes, it doesn't faze them.
Nah.
They're like, what time can you talk when your man's not around? I was like, oh my fuck.
That's that positive K and MC liking. I got it.
What your man gotta do with me? You're damn right. That's you. That was you.
That was
Growth
me.
and development,
Growth
baby.
and development.
Black
Growth
men
and
don't cheat.
Nah.
All right.
You're good now.
Yeah. It's your powers, man. I guess it's your talent, your raw talent.
Yeah. Is it?
What is your real life superpower? Not Travis Joseph.
That's a good question, man.
I feel like a lot of people. My thing and stuff is that when you can understand that aspect about yourself, I think your meaning or your life will have a different kind of purpose once you get to that point, because you would tend to build around that, whether it be quote unquote good or bad.
Yeah.
You would tend to build around that. Like if you know your real life superpower and stuff is that you can shame a person like 30 seconds flat and make them feel like shit. Okay, you might be a type of roasting type of person. Yeah. Or you might be that type of comedian. You might be one of those type of demotivational speakers and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the sergeant in, was it Full Metal Jacket? There's two things from Texas, queers and steers. You don't seem like cattle to me, boy. Like, that's a demotivational speaker there.
That's a deep one.
And 30 seconds flat, he can hurt your feelings with a line like that. It'd be like, well, I ain't gay, but I'm not a cow. And you said I don't look like a cow, so you just want to make me gay. You know what I'm saying? So,
either way, you've labeled me.
Either way. So I'm saying, like, what do you think is your real life superpower?
I would have to say my ability to help other people.
Your ability to help other people.
Yeah.
So you would have like a suit and a say, the helper.
The helper.
The helper. Or the big H on your chest?
Like an H.
Okay.
Not to be confused with hotels.com, but the big H.
That's right.
See, I mean, I'm not a lodge, I'm a helper.
I think for me, my real life superpower is understanding. Like understand with like no judgment. Mm. I think that's my thing, because my thing and stuff is that I subconsciously I'm not trying to judge. Never.
Right.
Right? I'm just trying to get an understanding.
Yeah.
So my thing and stuff is I'll talk to a person and then they might say one thing and then it might go off into like the deep end that might be quote unquote foreign. Other people might look at them like shaming them, making them feel bad. It'd be like, I just want to know why.
Right.
Like, I'm not a nosy person, but I'm just trying to understand the context and stuff of like, how did you get to that conclusion?
Have you always been like that, a person like that, or was that something?
Always.
Okay.
Always. And the funny thing and stuff too is that it dawned on me, I want to say, like in my mid-20s.
Yeah.
Because I always just feel like my forehead and stuff, I got a big ass forehead. And I just think like my forehead just said, come talk to me. I'll be minding my damn business. Randoms would just come talk to me.
Just come and chat it up?
Yo, they'll tell me the whole life story. But then me too, like some people, like I've seen other people it happen to, and they just don't give a fuck to be like, why is this person talking to me? Awkward. Time for me to make an exit. And then me, my dumb ass stuff, I'm there, I'm like, this one lady, she walked up and she said like, this guy Richard always keeps taking my damn tulips. He doesn't touch the roses and tulips. I'm like, you got a flower garden in front of your house or something? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, what other flowers you got? So what color are your roses?
Right.
I'm just trying to get an understanding and stuff
Yeah.
with her. She's like, but he's a crackhead. He tries to piss on my lawn and stuff when he's drunk at times. So I'm like, I know he's on crack.
Yeah.
So I'm having a full out conversation with the
Right,
person.
right.
And then until they start feeling open and stuff with her. So I'm like, shit, you're revealing a lot about yourself. Let me reveal a little about
bit
myself.
Right.
So it can feel like it's a kind of a decent playing ground. And the next thing you know it, time elapses. And then I don't know, I got a new best friend, but it's just a quick ass. In my world, it's like a decent convo.
Yeah.
But in their world, it's kind of like, oh shit, people still give a fuck in this world. Thank you for not judging. Like I have people tell me that all the time now.
Yeah.
Like even with our platform, people like, what I like about you, Marvin, is you don't judge. I'm like, no, I just have a level of understanding. So I wouldn't want a cape because I might get strangled with my cape. I'm kind of short,
Yeah.
so I just get like a tight suit with the letter U on it. That's my superpower.
That's a good superpower to have, man. I mean, it's one of the few things I can safely say majority of humanity has not mastered. I mean, we like to put our preconceived notions on people. We'll judge hardcore, and then we'll try and find out later. If we even care to find out.
If they care, you're right.
After we finish judging, right?
Yo, the illest thing was many years ago. I can't even remember. My mom had a birthday. I was home in Cleveland, and one of her guy friends came by to drop off like a bottle of wine for her birthday.
Yeah.
He bought a bottle of wine, and I don't know what was said. It was just like in a quick glance, whatever. Like I said a joke, he said a joke, and I said a joke back, and he just laughed out loud. He's like, "Ha ha, you Earthlings are so funny," whatever, right? So I'm like, "Where are you from?" Like Mars?
Yeah.
Like what planet are you from? He's like, "Young blood. I'm from Earth, but I'm a human. I don't know you like that. I know you're Marva's son,
Right.
but I don't know you like that to know if you're a good human being or a human being. In order to be a human being, you have to have humanity. And not a lot of people in today's times have humanity.
That's true.
And I was like, I can respect it. Like I said, I'm just trying to get the understanding of why would you call me
Earthling?
an Earthling.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Otherwise, I prefer to be called Super Saiyan, before I power up. But yeah, that's it. Cool. Let's get to the question of the week.
Question of the week.
Question of the week. What life-changing item can you buy for less than $100? Clearly not these microphones that kind of look like a new dick to my face. Yo, this is a life-changing mic, by the way. It's just that,
life change. You gotta kind of get used to it.
yeah, because I feel like I hear a Lil Kim rhyme going in my head. I used to be scared of the dick. Now I'm here throwing lips at the shit. So it's like, but what life-changing item could you get for less than $100?
Plan B.
Good fucking answer. Can I get a high five for that? Holy fuck. Man, that would change your life.
That's changing lives, I tell you.
But these motherfuckers don't believe in that shit no more.
No, they don't.
Why?
I have no clue. I don't know.
Like, yo, it's 40.
Yeah.
It's like 40, 50 bucks.
That's it.
40, 50 bucks, make sure you still popping tags, you still living life.
Save a life, change a life.
Save a life, change a life. Amen to that.
Amen.
I think a life-changing thing for me was a bidet.
You really singing the praises now that you got that bidet
Yo,
happening.
dog, I'm telling you, the bidet changed my fucking life. Because, like, I have a lot of international friends.
Right.
And the countries that they grew up
Yeah,
in.
because it's a common place.
Yeah, and then those worlds and stuff, whatever, it's a common thing.
Yeah.
Growing up in America, and North America, Canada, and thing, homes are not built like that.
Nah.
So then I'm like, how much is that bidet thing? They're like, yo, this is the cheaper, lower end version for $70. I'm like,
What was it? Was it a Tushy?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Tushy.
I've been hearing the ads for Tushy.
Yo, so I looked at it. I'm like, I don't know. I ain't fucking with this shit though. What I'm like, it's like I was so homophobic. I was like, it's like we kind of sus, shit blowing up your ass and everything like that. And then my
What is with us men?
Yeah, I don't know. The male toxicity, man. The male toxicity. It's too heavy. So I'm there sitting there. I'm like, all right, drop the deuce, wipe. Then I'm like, shit's right here. Like, you know, I just have to turn the nozzle. And the first time I let out like a loud ass feminine, woo! The water was cold. Ew! It caught me off guard. I'm there, I'm like, woo! And I was like, I hear somebody like, yep, it's gonna change your life. I'm like, now? Funny thing too,
Yeah.
I go piss, shit, and everything like that. If I know I'm not about to hop straight in the shower right away, I ain't going shit. And then I turn out there like, dry. Can nobody tell my asshole ain't porn star ready for cameras? I'm confident as shit now. Because there's no shit there. Good man. Now see here, ruffian.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, the bidet changed my life.
Now, can you set the temperature on that though? You know what I mean? Can you know what I
No,
mean?
because I got the cheap one.
I
got the cheap one.
And
So-
we did say under $100. So
Under $100.
You gotta stick.
So
with,
they got. I think they got one that's like $120.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised. Don't be
You
surprised.
know what I mean? Temperature control. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the one with the temperature.
You know what I mean?
Because it keeps like I think like a chamber of like warm water,
Mm.
and it's just like. So I was like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, I might blow the
Yeah.
budget.
Yeah. You might have to make it under $200 that change your life.
Come to the house and drop a deuce. I'm welcoming you. It's not your average Joe. Come to the house and drop a deuce. The rest of your
Experience.
other one, y'all gotta buy your own.
Experience.
Yo.
Come for the experience.
Come for the experience.
Leave with a clean ass.
Leave with a clean ass.
Come for the experience. Leave with a clean ass. That's the tagline.
Yo, it's like a commercial for an island getaway. Come to experience, leave with a clean ass. Be like, what kind of porn is that? Yo. No.
Oh man.
All right, let's get to the Ask the Sons and slide up out of here. First Ask the Sons question comes from Jordan 437. When did someone challenge you to something you were an expert at?
When did someone challenge me to something that I was an expert at?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Because I don't think I've ever been challenged at anything I'm good at.
I know with me, there is this guy. All right. I'm never gonna name drop and stuff whatever, but
Right.
said dude,
Yeah.
he thought he can use video games to flex
Okay.
for some chicks.
Okay.
It was at a little house gathering.
Yeah.
Women were around.
Yeah.
Guys were there playing video games, talking.
He had no clue about you.
He had no fucking clue.
Okay.
He had no fucking
See,
clue.
I like that. I like when they have no clue about you, and you don't make them none the wiser.
No, because I seen it. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like 5 guys. It's probably about like 7 women. I'm like, I'm more focused on the women. I'm like, the video games I can play in my own goddamn time.
Right, yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
all y'all shook. Ain't nobody touching the controller and stuff, whatever. And then he called me out by my name. He's like, were you scared? I was like, nah, yeah. This is not the time.
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
You shook? So I was like, I'm only playing if you put money up. I'm like, it was a fighting game, so I'm like, $5 a match.
Right.
He's like, soft things. I'm like, boom. He's like, all right. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So now everybody's like, oh shit, they playing for money
All right.
now.
Which game was this? We setting the scene. We're setting the scene.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
All right. Marvel versus Capcom.
Street Fighter type fighting game base. I whopped him. I milli rocked his ass. And the man's like, double or nothing. So now everybody stand up like, oh shit, how you
It's
doing?
intense. It's intense.
I'm like, bro, I told you ain't want the smoke, man. Like, yo, he's like, everybody thinks they good because they just button mash. I was like, the disrespect.
Fighting words.
So I'm
That
like,
was fighting words right there. Yeah.
So I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, fuck it, swap up. And I whooped his ass again. The man threw down the controller and just walked out the scene. And then like the whole room was like awkward, quiet because they're looking like, why he get an attitude for? He's the one who
He was calling for the smoke.
Yeah,
He was calling for the smoke.
like, yo, bitch ass, you just shut the fuck up and just humble yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one moment for me. It was a good time.
Yeah,
One of my friends and stuff, we still joke about that moment to this day.
I'm trying to really think.
Somebody ever question you about knowing music and everything like that?
Nah.
None. You can't remember. You can't recall.
Not that I can recall. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it might have happened, but
It's always a subtle flex on my side whenever they submit questions,
Yeah.
I answer and your punk ass don't answer it because I feel good. Because I tell everybody and stuff. I'm like, Smooth is the type of person you can plop him in 5 different types of rooms with 5 different types of groups of people.
Yeah.
And you have nothing to worry about.
Oh, yeah,
He'll
yeah.
still come out as like top dog and stuff in those rooms.
yeah.
But when you get certain type of questions and I see you stymied or stumped,
They've been
I was like,
they've been asking some good questions, man, and making me really have to think about it.
cool. Waldo_son, what should you absolutely not fuck with? Cobras. I don't fuck with snakes. Don't fuck with snakes, nobody.
Yeah, snakes.
People like fucking with
Get away from snakes.
I don't fuck with snakes. I don't fuck with skunks.
Yeah, no, I ain't fucking with snakes.
I turn like a cow when I see a skunk. I was in my vibe one night, just going for a nice stroll, jamming to some music. I was on the phone,
Yeah.
and I seen this little big ass skunk. I'm like, that cat walking kind of funny, whatever, right? Because you know they have the little hop bounce to them.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm looking like, is that a skunk? I cross the street. I'm like, oh my god, how am I gonna get home? How am I gonna get home? No.
3 days ago, in the morning, I was driving to work. Why did I almost ran into a turkey in the middle of the road?
That was your Christmas dinner right there. Why did you reverse and run it over for sure?
I'm looking around. I'm like,
Where the fuck a turkey come
where
from?
the hell does turkey come from?
A live wild turkey.
A live wild turkey in the middle of the road, just looking like, motherfucker, what you staring at? I'm like, you get out the road. I'm heading to work.
They got a bossy look when they're alive too. They be like,
And some of them catch attitude if you know what I mean. Some of them will rush
I
you.
heard they're aggressive.
Yeah.
I heard they're aggressive. Okay. I won't fuck with a turkey then.
Yeah, no. That one for sure I didn't fuck with that morning.
The last one comes from Conan145. What's the best compliment you received from the opposite sex? Hey, going to the ties in with the attractiveness thing. What's the best compliment you received from the opposite sex?
I have big, beautiful eyes.
You have big, beautiful eyes.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think my eyes, they shrunk. Either they shrunk or the lids got a little bit tighter over the ears.
All the damn weed smoke.
That's probably what it is.
Weed smoke. Like, no, when you said it, like I went straight for your eyes. I'm like, your eyes ain't big. I was like, I'm like,
Yeah, no. The weed smoke got to them.
The weed smoke.
I'm gonna show you some earlier pictures though, and you better like, because when you're young, I couldn't get away without at staring at a chest.
no, Seinfeld.
Yeah,
You gotta treat like a solar eclipse. You can't stare at it. You gotta glance.
Yeah, glance. Yeah,
Glance.
Yeah, you gotta hit with a side view, side eye view.
The best comment I received from the opposite sex. Yeah, a woman called me. She said it's like you just give out instant orgasms, and I was like, oh my gosh,
Instant orgasms.
instant orgasms. We did the deed a few times, and she said that I was like, you're coming every time. Like, okay. Can't nobody tell me nothing.
Nah.
Oh, what the hell? Excuse me, were you saying something? You can't tell me nothing.
Sorry, Mr. Orgasm Man.
It's orgasmo.
Orgasmo?
Orgasmo.
You gonna have a big O on your chest?
Oh! Like, Mario.
Oh shit, that'd be funny if you got the big O on your chest and I had the big H on my chest.
Well,
Ho?
Oh.
Or oh? Oh ho!
I can roll with that.
Yeah,
I can roll with
yeah.
that. All right, man. Let the slide out, man. Good
All right,
timing.
man. Yeah,
good timing.
It's good.
As usual, we won't leave you guys hanging and dry. We'll give you a little weekly motivation for y'all.
That's it.
So say the Suns this week is, if you're going to be great, not everyone can go with you.
So says
So
the
say the
Suns.
Yes, man. Fully agree.
Yo, the journey's not for everybody.
Facts. And a lot of people won't understand the growth within you that's taking place. Like we grazed on it last
Yeah.
week and everything too. It's like you're doing things, you're experiencing things in a brand new world, but you got to keep moving.
Yo, you know what I want to shout out? Because this is a rare person.
$2 bill rare?
$2 bill rare.
Ooh.
Shout out to the person who realizes that them being around you is holding you back. And they don't want to keep you from where you're supposed to go. So they kind of pull away.
Yo, I can snap to that, man.
Shout out to that person, because that's a rare person.
You're right. You're right. Because some people are just toxic to that level where they're
Yeah.
like, nah, they'll still be there.
Yeah.
They'll still be there. They know they're not adding no value to you. They know they're holding you back, but they'll still fuck your shit up and stuff. And then for a person to say like, holy shit, you're doing well without me.
Yeah.
And you'll probably do better, more without me. I think, let me fall back like I lost my balance.
Yeah.
But then that person has to iterate to the person who's going places. Like, there's no shit on you. There's no shade on me.
Yeah.
But it's better for the both of us.
Yo, I used to have niggas tell me all the time, yo, why, yo, what you doing here hanging out on the block, man? It's not for you, man. You got better things to do. Don't be out here hanging. Yo, pop by and say what's up, but don't be out here hanging.
Yeah, that's dope. I think those are genuine people.
Those are genuine
Those
people,
are
man.
they are $2 bill rare. Because some people and stuff won't even wish you well.
Nah.
And even if they did wish you well, they're probably like, don't leave me here by myself. Stay with me. Then when shit hits the fan and stuff, whatever, like, he ain't do nothing. So why was he there?
Yeah.
Because I wanted him there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Salute to those folks.
Salute to those, man.
Once again, folks, thank you again.
Thank you.
Like, comment, subscribe. The Ask the Sons questions was real good. Salute to Jordan
Yeah, he
for
stumped me, man.
stumping
He stumped
him.
me, man.
Yeah, that's a well played move.
I'm gonna have to, you know, we really have to get some merch together and do something like that. You stump us, you get some.
I'm with the shits.
You with the shits.
I'm
So
with
you
the
ain't giving away nothing.
Yo, you gotta get me. You gotta get me.
We'll figure out something.
But once again, folks, thank you again for listening to Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Y'all be safe out there. Peace.
Peace. Grandma.
Grandma.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.